Well, good morning. Come on in. It's Monday, May the 13th. Look who's back.
Hi.
Here's what we got working for you this morning. The season's first major wildfires have spread to roughly 10,000 hectares across Western Canada. We'll check in with Simone on an update on this.
A Quebec man's been arrested for suspected drone drop at an Ontario maximum security prison.
And actor Steve Buscemi is recovering after being assaulted in a random attack in New York City. There we go. The band is back together. Hello, Annette.
Hello. I like the new glasses.
You like the new glasses?
Very nice.
Okay, well, thank you.
Very nice. And we have new pillows on the set.
There's a lot that's changed. You got a sweet tan going.
I do. Oh man, Brian, the sunshine we had in Florida.
Lovely.
It was hot though, like 33 degrees some days.
Oh yeah. That's getting a little sticky.
Yeah, but not a drop of rain.
Really?
Yep.
Well, welcome back to the rain.
Yeah, you know what? I need rain.
Yeah. Do you?
I need rain.
You're going to get rain. You're going to get showers today, possible thunderstorms, more showers again tomorrow, and then we'll get into some sunshine by the time we get toward the middle of the week. So yeah. A fairly cloudy day, but a warm day. We had a warm front go through, so we're going to hit 23 today. 25 today in a lot of areas. Humidex of 28 today, so it's going to be a warm, a little sticky day today, but yeah, fairly unsettled as the day progresses with that shower thunderstorm. Temperature right now sitting at 10 degrees, and yeah, you can see it's pretty gray. The sun is up. The sun comes up now before 6 o'clock, so there's some good news for us on this Monday morning. Yeah, it is Monday. Let's check and see what's happening on the roads. Nothing going on at the 403 and Waterdown Road. That looks fine. We have a collision already here this morning. This is the QEW. The camera is just west of Eastport, and we're looking at the Niagara-bound lanes heading away from us. We've got the right lane, right shoulder blocked through here with a couple of vehicles in collision. That's the only problem that we have at the moment. Nothing on the other side of the Skyway Bridge. That's south of 2, all the way through east of 4th. Pretty good so far this morning. Pretty light volume. Just that one problem at Eastport. All right, we'll look at weather and traffic in a few minutes. Right now at the news.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Let's start out west because those raging wildfires are threatening nearby communities in BC and have led to a number of evacuation alerts for safety reasons. So let's bring in Simone Gavros, who joins us live with an update on this situation to some areas that have been affected in the past.
We're seeing a number of fires across the provinces out west. We're seeing them in the Northwest Territories as well as in Alberta and Manitoba. But one of the main concerns that we're looking at this morning is how it's going to impact Fort Nelson in BC. Now, this is a look at what the dangers look like across the country out west. This is a map that we're looking at right now. The red indicates extreme danger, and this can be seen in South Saskatchewan as well as in parts of the Northwest Territories and BC as well as in Alberta. Now, this is footage of fire and smoke being seen on the Northwest Territories and Alberta border over the weekend. But fires very similar to this are blazing across Canadian provinces. In BC, the Parker Lake fire is one of the several out-of-control wildfires that have prompted about 3,500 people to evacuate Fort Nelson. Fires are also burning near Fort McMurray and Grand Prairie in Alberta. Despite evacuation alerts in place, the region says that schools are still open today. Meantime, Flin Flon, Manitoba is getting help from resources in neighboring provinces to help with a growing fire that is being fed by high winds and drought conditions. Now, Environment Canada is warning that harmful smoke may continue to hover around the Northwest Alberta area well into tomorrow, but we'll continue to follow that for you throughout the morning. But for now, Annette, I'll send things back to you.
Thanks, Simone. Six Nations police are asking for witnesses after a deadly weekend crash. A person in their 40s from Six Nations was killed on Third Line Road. This happened between Chiefswood Road and Tuscarora Road around 4 yesterday morning. Police say they will not be releasing the driver's name.
Two men wanted for stealing vehicles. They've been arrested after a crash on Hamilton's East Mountain. Just before 7:30 yesterday morning, a vehicle hit a traffic light at Upper Ottawa and Rymel Road. Two men ran from the crash scene but were arrested a short distance away. Police say one was wanted for a break-in in Ancaster earlier this year where a vehicle was stolen. The other man was wanted for possession of a stolen vehicle.
A service club in Stony Creek is asking for help tracking down their stolen fundraising equipment, and it shouldn't be hard to miss. It's a large pink trailer with equipment inside to make treats. It belongs to the Kinsman Club of Stony Creek and was taken from a locked facility on Millen Road. The trailer has no lights, no brakes, and no license plate.
Our product is in it, our candy floss machines, our snow cone machines, all our signage, all of our stuffed animals that we use for the birthday game for the little kids to come and play the game. And we don't know what we're going to do for this year's Beach Festival because it's a lot of money.
The Kinsman Club raises about $25,000 a year for local organizations, a lot of it using the trailer and its contents. They're hoping to get everything returned in time for the Winona Peach Festival, which is coming up in August. An Oakville man has been missing since Saturday afternoon. Halton police say 58-year-old Carl Clayton was last seen leaving the area of Queen Mary Drive and Spears Road in Oakville. He was on an orange bicycle. He is 6'5" with a medium build and was wearing a black dress shirt, black pants, and running shoes. A Montreal man is facing charges for allegedly using a drone to smuggle contraband into a prison in eastern Ontario. The OPP say the drone drop took place May 9th at Millhaven Institution in Bath. They say the shipment contained a cell phone, cannabis, hash, and tobacco. Police say they stopped a rental vehicle from Quebec about an hour and a half later and arrested the driver. That driver is facing charges including distributing over 30 grams of dried cannabis.
And to Sportsline we go. CFL training camps kicked off yesterday with the Hamilton Tiger Cats hitting the field at McMaster under their new head coach, Scott Milanovic. Black and Gold didn't have a few familiar faces there, though. Simone Lawrence retired earlier in the year. And then yesterday, Canadian lineman Ted Laurent announced that he was hanging them up as well. Wide receiver Terry Godwin also released by the team, so he wasn't there. But big things expected from running back James Butler, who was back in the mix once again. Same could be said for Bo Levi Mitchell, who was not in the field, was seen in a walking boot last week at rookie camp, but is said to be at camp starting today. And quarterback Taylor Powell, he was there, fresh off signing a contract extension through the 2025 season. 25-year-old suited up for 16 games for the Cats last season, starting in 9 of them in place of the injured Bo Levi Mitchell. Training camp continues today in anticipation of the regular season starting on June the 7th in Calgary.
And Hughes, Miller calls for it, looks in front, Lindholm scores!
Yeah, on the ice in Edmonton, Vancouver Canucks would ruin the party with Elias Lindholm scoring the winning goal late in the second, which would put the Nucks up by 2, and then they would hold on for the 4-3 win. Lindholm had the puck under his skate, kicked it to his stick, and beat Stuart Skinner, who allowed 4 goals on 15 shots. He was pulled in the third. Meanwhile, Artur Shilov made 42 saves in the Vancouver net. He was fantastic as they take a 2-1 series lead. Things got a little nasty at the end. Connor McDavid taking a cross-check to the face. Discipline could be coming there. Game 4, Tuesday from Edmonton.
In the final 12 and a half or beyond. Here's Barkov cutting in. Barkov scores!
Yeah, in Boston, that goal by Panthers captain Alexander Barkov broke a 2-2 tie and completed a third-period comeback for Florida. They win Game 4, 3-2. They now have a 3-1 lead over the Bruins, and they can oust those Bears tomorrow night when the series shifts back to sunny Florida.
He has burned them a couple of times.
Looks like he has burned them again as it is gone.
Carlos Santana is a Blue Jays killer. He was back at it yesterday in the rubber match at the Dome as he had a 3-run homer in the 7th to break a scoreless game. Santana homered in all 3 games in this weekend series and put a damper on a solid start by Alek Manoah. He allowed those 3 runs, but they were all unearned. Did pitch 7 innings, striking out 6, so I guess that's the good news. Jays only able to muster a run on 2 hits, and they lose another series is the bad. They fall 5-1. Things don't get any easier. They'd head to Baltimore, take on the first-place Orioles tonight.
Gets it to go. Beating the clock. Court length. It's intercepted. Murray good at the goal. Got it.
That's Kitchener's Jamal Murray launching a 55-foot buzzer beater at the end of the first half to give his Denver Nuggets some momentum to try and tie the series of the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Yeah, 3 of the 19 Murray had on the night. Also had 8 assists, many to his good pal and MVP Nikola Jokic, who had a big game with 35 points. They lost both in Denver. They have tied the series, winning both in Minnesota. 115-107 the final. We're all locked up at 2. And let's finish on the links. Rory McIlroy is heating up at the right time as we head into the second major of the year this coming weekend, as he would pick up his second straight PGA Tour title after a red-hot final back 9, including that eagle from the bunker on 15. He wins his 4th Wells Fargo Championship, heads to the PGA Championship at Valhalla as world number 2. Reminder, he's also going to be at the RBC Canadian Open at the Hamilton Golf and Country Club later this month.
6:10, the sun has been up for, wow, well over 10 minutes. In some areas are seeing some sun, but not a lot in the Hamilton area at the moment. As you can see, traffic's moving okay. 403 Waterdown Road, nothing to see right there. The Hamilton area is doing fine, except for a problem on the QEW coming off the Skyway Bridge, heading Niagara bound. So this is the camera just west of Eastport. You can see it's off to the side. It's not impeding any live, really. There's one right lane, right shoulder block, but it's well off to the side, as you can see. That's the only problem there. A bit of sunshine here at the QEW Welland. There's that problem at Eastport. East of Brant Street looks good. East of Royal Windsor, nothing to see. Same with Cawthra going through Mississauga. So just that one problem at Eastport. All right, temperature at the moment has just come up a degree. We were 10 last hour. We're now sitting at 11 to start this Monday morning here. Southerly breeze, relative humidity is up there, and we do have some light rain at the moment. It was really coming down when I came in earlier this morning. But temperature today, it's going to be warm and muggy today. 25 degrees with a humidex of 28. Now, we could see a little bit of sunshine on and off, but there's that chance of showers, thunderstorms. UV index is going to be in the high range. We've got some, there's that look at the precipitation going by us at the moment. This is our satellite radar picture that's on a loop. It just keeps repeating. You can see the green areas are the showers. So warm front going through. Cold front is poised. That's going to keep us unsettled, not only today, but tonight and into the day tomorrow, before we start to see a lovely clearing trend coming in for the middle of the week. So today, temperatures 22 to 24 for Niagara, but 23 to 25 the rest of the Horseshoe. Some sun, but yeah, there's that chance of showers and thunderstorms, which will continue into the evening. Tonight, temperatures anywhere from 12 to 13. Showers still possible, thunderstorms overnight. Kitchener and Guelph could get 5 to 10 millimeters. Tomorrow, we're looking at a little bit of sun for Niagara, 18, but otherwise temperatures 16 to 19 degrees, so a little bit cooler as that cold front goes through. So as you step out the door, 13th morning of May, it is cloudy. We do have some light rain. Temperature right now is 11. And we'll check the long range forecast coming up in that 10.
Okay, thanks very much. Let's say good morning now to Emily Vukovic. Hello.
Good morning. Welcome back, Annette.
Thank you. Thank you.
You had a wonderful trip. I'm excited to hear more about it.
Yeah.
I need to show off my new accessory. It was Mother's Day yesterday.
Very nice.
Got myself some new bling.
Very nice.
I like that.
Yeah, it's got some beads that stabbed me, but it's okay.
Yeah. Should we ask who you're wearing?
I'm wearing Hunter.
Oh, good.
Oh,
very nice.
Well done. Very nice.
Hunter is very popular this season, I hear.
Same, yeah. So, Mother's Day, favorite day of the year. Okay, coming up, Ewan McGregor, speaking of mothers, is in a new family drama involving his mother and a coach.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice. All right.
I'll
And
watch
Taylor
any show he's on.
Swift, she's back on tour, this time in Europe, and she's actually added to her tour, if you can believe that.
Okay. We'll see you on our couch in a little bit
discuss.
for chit chat. Okay, taking a break right now. Business news when we come back. And Canada Post is cracking down on a little bit of a loophole that let people and none of it get free Amazon shipping. We'll see you in 2 minutes. $6.16 on the button, as our good pal would say. The Canadian dollar is down 1 basis point this morning. It's sitting at 73.13 cents US. Gold down big time after some strong gains last week. Down almost $28, 23.4720. Crude oil up 30 cents, 78.56 a barrel. Hey, off to Europe on this Monday. Hey, Europe. Markets are unchanged in London, down in Frankfurt and Paris.
In Asia, the markets were down today in Tokyo and Shanghai, but up in Hong Kong. Checking North American markets, the TSX on Friday lost 67 points. The Dow was up 125, and the Nasdaq just slipped by 5.
So glad you're here on this Monday morning. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's get into a few business stories now. An environmental group suing the Quebec government over an electric vehicle battery plant says their issue is with the way the government pushed these plans through. So the group lost its court bid to stop clear cutting and protect wetlands on the battery plant site about 30 kilometers east of Montreal. Its lawsuit also focuses on the Quebec government's changes to environmental laws exempting the plant from public hearings. Now, Quebec Premier François Legault has touted Swedish manufacturer's Northvolt's plant as the greenest electric battery factory in the world.
Canada Post is cracking down on a loophole that allowed people in Nunavut to get free shipping with Amazon Prime. Apparently, people figured out that a slight change in the last digit in their postal code would get them the free shipping, which some say helped with very high grocery prices in that region. Customers in Iqaluit were able to get the deal. All other communities across the territory were excluded. Canada Post says items with an incorrect address require additional processing, most often by hand, and that slows down the system for everyone.
So there's a new rule that would have limited excessive credit card late fees in the U.S. has been put on hold. So it was set to take effect tomorrow, Tuesday, but a federal judge temporarily blocked the U.S. government's attempt to ban credit card late fees of more than $8 a month. Now, there's a U.S. district judge. He sided with the bank lobbyists. They had challenged the legality of the cap in a lawsuit, saying the policy is unconstitutional. And preliminary injunction will now mean the issue will play out in court.
A tiny, low-priced electric vehicle called the Seagull has American automakers and politicians trembling. The car was launched last year by Chinese automaker BYD, and it sells for the equivalent of about $12,000. It drives well, and its craftsmanship apparently rivals U.S.-made electric vehicles, costing 3 times as much. Several unauthorized sources say the Biden administration is planning to announce new tariffs on EVs, semiconductors, solar equipment, and medical supplies that are imported from China. For example, the tariffs on electric vehicles in particular could quadruple from the existing 25% to 100%.
Workers at the first Apple store to unionize in the U.S. have authorized their first strike against the tech giant's retail operations. So a statement from the union representing the workers at a store that is in Towson, Maryland, says they voted late Saturday to authorize the strike, but no date has been set. The vote follows what the union calls over a year of negotiations with Apple management that yielded unsatisfactory outcomes. The workers are seeking changes in what they call unpredictable scheduling practices and want wages that align with the local cost of living. Apple said in a statement that it will engage with the union respectfully and in good faith.
Okay, we're taking a quick break right now. Brian is back with your traffic and a rainy 7-day forecast.
Good morning, 6:23 on this Monday, the 13th of May. One collision to talk about, but at least it's off to the shoulder now, so it's not impeding any lanes. This is the QEW at right around Eastport Drive. We're looking at Niagara-bound lanes heading away from us, so that's the collision, but look at the other side. Toronto-bound coming toward the Skyway. It's getting pretty busy already. QEW and Mountain in St. Catharines, nothing to see there. Busy on the other side of the Skyway. That's just north of 2. East of 4th looks good. Lorne Park, nothing. Burnham Thorpe, not a lot going on. Could be some wet roads. We've had some light rain this morning. Temperatures at the moment, we're looking at 11 degrees for Hamilton right now, also Mississauga, Toronto, 10 into Grimsby right now. We'll talk about seasonals this time of year. 18 for the daytime high. That's where we got to yesterday. 7 for the overnight low, so a temperature of 11 is above seasonal to start the day. Sun times. Sun comes up at 5:57 now and goes down at 8:35. Those are our records for today. And for school today, we are looking at showers, possible thunderstorms. So 16 for the first bell, 25 for after school. But then you factor in the humidity. It's going to feel like 28 degrees today. A little bit of sun is possible. 13 tonight, showers, thunderstorms tomorrow. Pretty gray day with showers and 19. Then the sunshine comes back Wednesday, Thursday. Pretty nice days, 21 and 23. And then once again, it's chance of showers as we go through Friday and possibly Saturday as well. That's your forecast. Annette, Tim.
Showers, what are those?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because you're just coming back from a place that didn't have any.
Yeah, we were at Walt Disney World, where you were just a few weeks earlier. You went with the kids. I went with Daniel. Yeah,
Right.
you went with a lot of kids. So
Yeah.
same vacation spot. Very different vacation. So here's my version of the adulting version of Walt Disney World Vacation. So we were there for the Flower and Garden Festival, which is on until the end of the month at Epcot. So just beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and that's a temporary planting there of everything. And so they have these cool topiaries and everything. Taste from Home, Collective Arts Brewing.
No way!
Yeah, because they've got food and drink from everywhere around, so butterflies there. I'm trying to think of what's coming up next here. Oh, lots of great shows, Festival of the Lion King. You did the Frozen, sing-along Frozen, which was so much fun for adults.
Look at your seats, good seats there.
I beat Buzz Lightyear's Astro Orbiter. This is Rise of the Resistance.
My favorite ride.
Oh, and we were there on May the 4th.
Oh, goodness.
And it was awesome. The people watching was just fantastic. And this attraction is like no other that I've ever been on.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing you'll ever experience.
It's inside, it's outside, it's and then we cooled off with
Does he have pants on?
Yes, he has. And then of course, like, just great fireworks to end the day. So we were every single day, we were there for rope drop, and we were there when the parks closed.
What's this called?
So this is the Skyliner. This is a way of getting around that's fairly new. But
did you guys shoot all that video?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Daniel shot most of it, and then he edited it at the airport yesterday. So thank you, Daniel, for doing that.
Was it hot?
It was very hot. It was like 33 degrees, which was nice to go back to the resort in the afternoon and cool off. Everybody was doing that.
Yeah, because that's the difference in what we did. We stayed off site, so it's hard for us to come all the way back. But very different experients.
People always wonder, why do you go there without kids, though? But it's we had a blast.
I see why.
Yeah.
Great job, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad you shared with the class, though.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Okay, coming up after the break, it's Brian's turn. He'll have a look at kind of the soggy forecast for us as we get closer and closer to the long weekend.